I just love this time of year. Everything is just so vibrantly green. It's almost magical. I feel like I'm in Narnia or something. Or perhaps Ireland, I guess that's a more real-world comparison. I remember it being this green the very first time that I went to interview at the school where I now teach. I'd never been there before, so I wasn't really sure how far away the place really was. So as I began traversing the twisting and turning hills, it was almost as though I really was traveling to some distant, magical place. I know that sounds a little naive and maybe a little silly, but that's how it felt. It was just so green and bright and hopeful. It was just like a kind of magic. In fact, as I was just about to enter the city for the very first time, suddenly this beautiful pheasant crossed the road right in front of me. Now I've seen pheasants before, but that was either in a picture or a dead one in art class. This was the first and only time I've ever seen a live pheasant. And so I just took it as a good omen for the oncoming interview, and it turned out to be completely correct. Because I love working where I work. Even though it has its ups and downs, even though it's really low budget, it still feels like a family there. I love getting to know my students so well over their 4 years in high school, and that makes graduation season very emotional for all of us. The senior class that graduated last year was the class that I always considered to be my class. They were freshmen when I first started teaching, and so I'd seen them grow so much. And when graduation came around, I was an emotional wreck. I couldn't even hardly make it through the ceremony without using a whole box of tissues. And I've missed them all of this year. They were my one constant through all the changes in the last 4 years, and it's been really hard without them. But I've grown close to many of the other students, so that's helped tremendously. I've realized that teaching is a job that truly challenges a person. It's not for everyone, and I hate that it's become this fallback position. I mean, people are like, well, my career didn't pan out, guess I gotta be a teacher now. I mean, how do we expect to have quality teachers if that's the mentality around this profession? And I certainly don't mean to make it out like I'm perfect. I know I'm not the ideal teacher either. I make mistakes. I regret things that I say to students and the way I teach certain things. But I feel like if you have a heart for it, if you have a passion for it, you're going to be able to be successful in it. And you're going to be able to connect with those students, those who really need an anchor in their lives. Someone who supports and encourages them. I want to be that person for my students. And I think it's that desire that sets apart real teachers from backup career teachers. Some of my favorite memories are from past students who contact me to tell me thank you. Thank you for teaching me. The things you taught me actually helped me. I mean, when you're sitting in a high school classroom, it's hard to see how the things they're teaching you are important. It's hard to see where things are going to be useful in the future. But those past students were able to find a usefulness in what I taught them. And them taking the time to thank me, it gave me the kind of validation that I needed. That sense that what I'm teaching is actually important, that I'm actually helping these kids. And I know this isn't something I'm going to do forever. I have aspirations to do other things with my life. Eventually, I'll move on and go to the next step of my career. Hopefully something in movies. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But even in that new career, I feel like I'll still teach in some capacity. I still want to impact lives, especially the lives of young people, no matter where I go or what I do. I know it's cliche to say, but they are our future. If we don't spend time helping them grow and develop into thoughtful and genuine adults, their potential to change the future will be wasted. Kids are valuable, and I'm glad I'm in a position to help them. Thanks for listening. See you guys later.